All right, people, let's get started here. We are online here. We are ready to go. Well, Ted, a lot of stuff going on. It's a Saturday, June the 21st, the year of our Lord 2025, and we are still here. And we on most of us on the East Coast, or the folks on the West Coast, man, it's like about 1 o'clock, I guess. What 12:48 over there on the West Coast. So you guys have fun over there with the ice folks. I hear that they having a ball. What you got to eat?
Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, man, these people are ragging Trump over this Iran thing.
Okay.
Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Well, let's get started, people. We are here. We are here. We are here. We are here. We're going to get started and we're going to do our thing out here. Oh, man. I don't know what to say, but they done yesterday, the Pope, I guess, is mad at Donald Trump because he's messing with these Hispanic folks. So he did something yesterday, and the ICE boys just backed down. Over in California, they are rousing these folks up and going to court and trying to get into the Los Angeles Dodgers ballpark and parking lot and everything so they can go out there and scoop up them some immigrants. And they went down to San Diego and decided that they were going to do the same thing down there. And the Pope sent the bishop, the Archbishop there in San Diego, to court to help protect the immigrants who would come to court. And evidently, once the Archbishop showed up, the ICE folks left. They said they not. It's all right to mess with them, uh, the U.S. senator and the Congress folks, but I guess they draw a line with the Archbishop and everything of the Catholic Church. The line has been drawn, man. They done laid down a gauntlet here. We gonna leave the Catholic Church out of this. They would really create a mess if they had arrested the Archbishop.
Well, we know that the Catholics were the first ones that established all of that. You know, they were one created all that. What do they call it? Sanctuary cities.
Yeah. Well,
because there's a whole lot of Catholic people coming from those Latin countries.
absolutely. I guess the Pope said we're gonna see how bad Trump is. Well, he I think he about ready to get rid of Tusla, whatever her name is. Tusla, the head of the National Security Administration and stuff and everything. She said something and everything, and Trump being called on the carpet for it. Every time the news people said anything, he'd be saying, "She don't know what she's talking about." Because she got in front of Congress and told them that Iran is a long way from having a nuclear weapon. And Trump got on there and said, "Yep, no, they're going to have it in a few days, a few weeks. They're going to have nuclear weapons. We got to stop them." And the news people actually said, "Well, your national security advisor said they're a long way from doing it. She don't know what she's talking about." So he was on the plane going to his golfing, and they asked him again. So he done put girlfriend on notice. So I guess yesterday she went back on some news media and stuff and ate her words. He said, "Well, I misspoke." Trump probably called her and told her, "Hey, girl, you better straighten this crap out. I'm not gonna have people sit here and contradict me about what my folks have said. Anything I say, you supposed to follow it in lockstep." So she did. She ate her words. She said, "Man, these folks is a trip, Ted. I don't know." Well, I think Israel done bit off more than they can chew, man. You got all these folks over here in the news media talking about, yeah, Israel's over there and they tearing Iran up and they screwing them all up. They taking all their nuclear facilities and all this other stuff. But man, I'm looking at Israel and stuff and everything, and shoot, that country don't look too much better. Matter of fact, they got a blackout for the news folks, so people can't see what the heck going on. One of the news guys and stuff were taking the pictures and stuff and had his news camera taking pictures of the destruction and everything. And a couple of security people and everything told them they had to get out of there, shut the cameras off and get away. Well,
you know, they got almost 400 people or more and several thousand. 400 have died in Iran and over a couple of thousand is injured. Man, Ed, tell me something. I don't get it, bro. These people, when I say these people, I'm talking about these warmongers. What is, do they do this just because they can make these weapons and spend billions and billions and billions of dollars? And they say, "Oh, we got to do something with them. Let's go kill some people." Because what are they doing? They're playing a game. They're strategically sending those bombs in certain areas and playing games with people while they're messing people's lives up. Yeah. All those people in Iran killed for nothing because Bibi wanted to blow them up. All those people killed over in Israel.
Yeah.
And we don't even want to talk about Gaza and Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Syria. Somebody said, I don't know if it's true, but somebody said that over in the last 20 years or more, 20 years, over 1 million plus people have been killed in these areas.
Ted, I remember when I was little and they had the Middle East was having a fit and stuff then. They've been fighting over there. I remember Yasser Arafat. I don't know if some of you young folks out there probably don't even remember that son of a gun, but I remember him, Yasser Arafat. That's a long time ago when he was in power before he died. He was in there. So they've been fighting, man, for centuries over there. These folks been fighting for centuries, and there's no way that anybody can stop them. Because I remember every president that we've ever had been over there and tried to have some Middle East peace, and they cannot get it. I mean, every president, all the way from Clinton, Bushes, both the Bushes, Obama, all of them. They want Middle East peace and they cannot get it. I don't care what the hell they do, they cannot stop them folks from fighting. And I said that BB then bit off more than he can chew. He is sitting there lying about what the heck going on because he's trying to get the United States into their war with Iran. And Trump just threw him out there to the wolves. And he cannot make it, man. He cannot make it. The Iron Dome and stuff depends on those weapons and stuff that they are getting from the United States, those interceptors that they give the United States. And the United States is just about out of them because, like we said the other day, they cannot produce those things, man, without the raw materials from China. And China is not releasing any of their raw materials to anybody in the world if it has to do with any military stuff. And they got them over, China got them over a barrel. And the United States is just about run out of these interceptor missiles and stuff and everything. And Israel just about depleted their supply too, trying to keep this Iran from bombing them. So I don't know how long they're going to be able to last because they're saying that they can now only stop about 65% of those 100 or 200 missiles and shit that's coming over there into Israel right now. And they only got, about another 2 or 3 weeks supply of them and everything. If they keep bombing them every day, eventually they're not going to have any more and they can't protect themselves. So we don't know what's going to happen. And then old Daddy Trump says, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. And you know what's going to happen in 2 weeks. He ain't going to do shit. He's going to do like he's always been doing. Oh, Taco. Trump always chickens out. Oh, Taco. He going to do the same old thing he's been doing. I don't know, man. We got our folks, man, to laugh and stop. Did you see Ted the travel news and stuff and everything that people are talking about coming into these major airports?
Yep.
They are taking pictures and stuff of these airports in the middle of the day, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. They got one of O'Hare. Walk up in there and hardly anybody in there. They took one of Hartsfield Jackson Airport down here in Atlanta. There's hardly anybody there. These people, tourists, are not coming to the United States. And just a few more rises and setting of the sun, Ted, it's going to really hit the fan. It's already hit Disney, I'm pretty sure, because I have never in the summer months ever heard of Disney selling their tickets at half price.
Say what? Half price.
Half price. Disney tickets, half price to get people to come. In the summertime, usually in the summertime, Disney is raising the ticket prices. People getting tickets now for half price. Nobody's showing up to it. They're not coming.
That's a big blow for the economy.
A big blow, man. Big blow. Big blow. They're not coming.
You can't have no nasty person against every ethnic group in the country and in the world.
Mm-hmm.
just can't.
You can't do it. And the sad
At
part
least you
about
can't
it,
say it out loud.
yeah, and the sad part about it, nobody in this country, other than these states and stuff who are hurting, are opening their mouth and saying anything about it. You got uh, these states up in the Northeast and everything, and parts of them in the Midwest and everything, who share the border with Canada. Well, anyway, about 4 or 5 of those states have gotten together. The governor from Massachusetts got together with the governor from Maine, governor from New Hampshire, governor from Vermont, and they all band together and everything and invited the premiers from Canada to come over and sit down with them and talk to find out what they can do to get those Canadians to come back to the United States. Now, there was no agreement and stuff made, but they had reached out their hand to the Canadians and stuff and said, hey, we ain't for this mess here. What can we do as the states up in here in the Northeast and stuff that can get you guys to come back, because they are killing the economy up there, especially the ones right along the Canadian border, because they have been known to have the Canadians to come across and buy stuff and spend their money and stuff here in the United States. And a lot of those places up there, vacation spots up there and stuff, who depend on that Canadian folks coming across, uh, they're going out of business. They can't do it. They're going out of business. So we've all heard that California, the governor there, Newsom, has already made outreach and everything to the Canadian folks and everything and say, hey, we need you guys to come on back. But most of them are not doing it because of Trump. And they don't see any way that they can do anything or trading or anything at all as long as Trump's sitting down there with that mess going on. So I don't know, Ted. We hurting.
Well, we are hurting, and the American people has a fantasy going on. They have been programmed on this woke ideology and CRT and all of these immigration problems. So they thought that, and Trump sold these people all those 4 years or 8 years, whatever you want to call it, that he can fix it all. Yet still, he was constantly dividing us. We are a country of tolerance, and should be a country of civil ability. We should be civilized and be civil. However, when you have haters, and what I mean by haters, I'm talking about people that are bigots, prejudiced, what have you, because they know how to be tolerant. All of us know how to be tolerant. And we know how to be respectful. And the problem is, in my opinion, is that we've lost that. Being a gentleman, being a lady, being respectful, being courteous, being kind. We've lost it. Now, at one time, wasn't that long ago, 20 years, 30 years ago, it was over 80% of the people in this country believed in God. And the majority of those people were Christians. They tell us that it went down to in the low 80s now, maybe lower than that. And the whole thing is, it's not the president, it's the people. We can say the president is this, the president is that. He is what he is, and he's been the same way his whole life. but it's the people. And I blame the people because we all know when I was a certain age, I knew right from wrong, good and bad. I knew what evil was. I knew what disrespect was. Your mama gonna teach you that. So I'm trying to figure out how do these people, and when I'm saying all this, I'm getting to a point, and I apologize for rambling. But here's the thing though, Ed. When the people see America, how divided we are, and we have someone that only cares about himself. This is a world economy. We're supposed to be diplomatic. We're supposed to be respectful to one another. But when you put in religion, all of this religion stuff, that's all Israel and Iran is about. It's a religious war. And when you put that into it, and then when you put in classism, people thinking they're better than other people, just because they got a little bit of money, or better education, or better skill, or they have more stuff, they think they're better than other people. Just because you got more stuff don't mean you good, a good person. I'm just saying, man, we have lost the whole world. I mean, people love this country because there's opportunity here. But now they have shaped it where we have beautiful areas in this country where you can go sightseeing and see all kinds of sites that we have and entertainment and all of that. But the bottom line is that there's a certain spirit that hovers over this country now that's not a good spirit. It's not a good spirit. That's if you believe in spirit. The aura of this country. And right now it's not good. And if we don't change up and start realizing that, I hate to say this term, but until we all get along and be respectful and be respectful for other countries, it's going to get worse and worse. There's 3 shows that constantly go on and on and on and on and on and on. That's the Hitler shows, the Nazis and the Hitler shows, the Civil War shows, and the cop shows. All 3 of those shows are negative, and they go all around the world. And I'm just saying that if the American people, the one thing that used to keep us together and united was the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
And obeying the law. $75 to 80% of the people in this country try to obey the law. Nobody's perfect. You might, get caught for speeding or what have you. But everybody knows it's wrong to steal. You can't go rob a bank. You know that's wrong. You can't rob money from your company that you're working for. You know that's wrong. You can't violently beat up people That's wrong.
Well,
So it's a matter of respect, just like you see a lot of these, they call these things Karens, and I don't forget what they call the males. But people are always that's in your business. You minding your business, doing whatever you want. What you doing here? And person right in front of their own house, messing with people. That's disrespect. When a person is just going shopping and then you get accused of stealing, that's disrespect. But I'll put it like this. If you don't want me in your restaurant or your hotels, I'd rather for you to put a sign in there, no blacks allowed. Then I know not to participate in your. Don't let me come in and then you start mistreating me. You give me bad service because you don't want me there. Just say you don't want me there. I won't come to your establishment. But that's against the law. You can't do that.
Can't do that. That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. You can't do that because
Can't
they
do
know
that.
that's against the law. But
Yeah,
they do it
it's
anyway.
against the law. But I'm
They do
just
it.
saying the point is that there are people out there, now to my knowledge, I've never had an incident with anyone. I've been to concerts and hundreds of restaurants and different places and visited different places. Never had an incident with anyone. But the bottom line is that there are people they have experienced those types of things because somebody's got a bad behavior, disrespecting someone because of the color of their skin or because they just whatever. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if we keep going down this road, we will be isolated. We will be, and they keep voting these knuckleheads in that's dumb and just because they cute and they like their little one-liners, yeah, tell them, sister, tell them, brother.
Well, I believe, Ted, that we are already isolated. They have economically isolated us, and they're taking it and they're squeezing and they squeezing and they squeezing down. And like you said, eventually the people are going to have to rise up and say enough's enough. And until the people rise up, I don't think we can depend on the legislative branch of the government, and we damn sure can't depend on the judicial branch most of the time to stop what the heck is going on. Nobody wants to. Uh, nobody wants to be a person and stuff who rises up and everything and said what's going on is wrong except for a few people, and they label them as radicals or they label them as DEI hires and they label and stuff as fake news and all this other old crap and everything or dumb. He has a special thing for him and everything. He's dumb. Just like he just put up a on his social media page and stuff and everything. He wrote an article and stuff in there about the Fed chair, and he called the man dumb.
Yep.
He called him dumb. I couldn't believe that. He called this man dumb. And people, you folks out there, if you got short memory, he was the one that put him in office. He was the one that nominated him to be the Fed chair. But he now demands dumb because he doesn't want to do what Trump wants him to do. Because this man has ethics and stuff. He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
He knows economics and he knows the data.
He does, but he is not afraid to say what he needs to say and everything, because I almost bet that this man is being threatened too, just like everybody else out there. But at some point in time, Ted, some of these folks and stuff are going to have to stand up for their ethics, no matter what, and deal with this crap, because most of them are telling, just like when Jasmine Crockett did her interview with Kitty Curry, and she asked her about security, and she says, yes, she has friends who are Republicans, but they won't do anything. They are afraid because their families and stuff are being threatened, and they don't have any security and stuff to deal with them. So they just shut their mouth and vote the way they want. And her solution and stuff to that, all you Republicans out there, if you don't want to do your job, and if you're afraid to do your job and you know it's wrong, then resign, quit. Let somebody else take over the job and everything, because you are destroying this country for your people. Yes, your family may be threatened, but I'd be damned if I want to see my family and stuff raised up in a world that this guy is creating. Can't do your job, resign, walk away. Then you won't be threatened.
The money's too good, Ed.
Ted, they done made enough money. Most of them have made enough money because they've been bought. They made enough money. And some of them haven't. What's stopping Trump and all them other knuckleheads and everything, that if you do something or say something or whatever, and they do something to your family anyway, just like the senator up there in Minnesota. She didn't have anything to do with anything that was going on in the federal government. She was just the speaker of that house, or Minnesota House. But this guy came in and killed her and her husband. So they got fools out there. When you take on the public and you go out there and you start doing things in the public eye, and you want to become a politician, then you have to take whatever it is and because you took an oath to the Constitution of the United States, I will serve and protect. And you have violated your oath if you are doing something in that daggone Congress that is against your wishes and against the Constitution of the United States. You are a coward. And I'll say it to each one of them face. You are a coward if you don't do that. And I know they probably come back. You know what you're talking about? They threatened my family. Well, you took the job. You are a public figure. You knew what was getting ready to happen. You could have resigned and left their crap alone. That's my take. If you sitting down there and allowing this man to destroy your country, you are a coward.
Well, they already know that, Ed. They already.
Well, they're not resigning. I don't see them resigning. I'm gone.
The money is too good, bro.
All that money, nothing. Your money don't mean crap if your country is screwed up. If you got an anarchy going on in this country and you're supposed to be in a democracy, what kind of
But Ed, they say we're not in a democracy. We're in a republic.
what kind of country do you want your children to be raised up in?
That's why they don't even care about the immigrants. They don't care about these undocumented people. You know, get them all out of there. So what? You separate the families. So what? You know, you divide. You leave the daddy here and the mama's gone, or vice versa. Or you taking these little kids and putting them in cages and all that. They don't care. They don't care, man.
Somebody do,
them, they're doing the righteous thing. To them, this is righteous.
So some of them do. Some of them care. They just don't want to say anything. They care.
Well, those are the cowards, but some of them, they think, hey, this is exactly what's supposed to happen.
Absolutely. Well, they
You
got
know,
a few about
forget
there like
about
that.
coming up with a solution.
Yeah, because if they didn't have those out there, Trump wouldn't be doing what he's doing. If they didn't have those folks out there who believed in what the heck he said, because they're showing these folks on TV and all the news media and stuff and everything about how they love what the heck Trump doing. Go ahead, we love it. But there's a whole lot of people out there who are not liking that. That's why you're having folks to come up there and they're marching, they're protesting and everything to save some of these folks from being thrown out of this country. Man, kid, I don't know. Something's going to happen. I know, Ted, before this man's term is up. Either he's going to die, or we're going to have a night of the long knives. And if anybody who don't know what that is, the night of the long knives, Google it. Google it.
I'm gonna change the subject.
Go ahead.
I just figured it out.
Go ahead. Figure it
Michael
out.
Jordan
Go ahead.
makes $400 million a year off of Nike. You probably make another another 40, 50, 100 million commercials and investments.
Yep.
Now think about this. Anybody to say that Michael Jordan ain't the GOAT, if I put up there Michael Jordan ain't S, he ain't shit. He was just, all he did was shoot. Shot 35, 40 times a game and averaged 30 points a game. Man, do you know they will come after me like I was right on rice? Because this is just my opinion. I'm not saying that is because I have no proof, but I believe he has a PR organization, because this man has not picked up a basketball in over 30 years. They keep on showing his picture. He's on the internet. He's on YouTube. Every time you look around, and then these people are talking about him like he playing today.
Well,
And I'm trying
everybody,
to
everybody is trying to make a comparison of him. And you know, when it comes to basketball or football or baseball, people are always making comparisons and stuff.
No, this is way over the top, bro. Way over the top.
It is a comparison also, and they keep that comparison
This
going.
is public relations, so that
Same thing.
so that whenever he bring out a new shoe, everybody rush and go get it.
Same thing. They are comparing his ability and stuff with LeBron James. Everybody always, well, who's the best, LeBron James or Michael Jordan or Larry Bird or Michael or Magic Johnson? And each one of them that I just named are billionaires.
This is a PR stunt, man. And you know what? I'm not hating on it, and if that's what you have to do, because I'm gonna tell you something. I watched some of the playoffs and stuff like that, but compared to Michael Jordan, I saw more Magic games, Laker games, more LeBron James games, twice as much as I watched Michael Jordan. I done seen, matter of fact, I done seen more LeBron James games than any player.
Well, everybody is making a comparison. They're comparing, and like you said,
There is no comparison.
Their PR people are throwing that comparison out thing. As long as they can do that, that man is making money.
There is no comparison, bro.
Nike has invested a huge amount of money into Michael Jordan.
Well, that's what I say. It's a PR
and I'd almost bet that Michael Jordan if they come down and they check the books and everything, Michael Jordan probably own maybe 48 or 49% of Nike right now.
Come on, bro.
He owns them. He owns them. He owns Nike, so he can't. He got his shoes gonna make it out there no matter what. He owns a basketball team. He got plenty of money rolling in. He's what, $2-3 billion now, maybe $4 billion now. He's
Well,
worth.
he sold his team.
I know he sold the team, but he made a lot of money off that team after he sold them.
Oh yeah, he made an extra $1 billion or so.
Yeah, he made a bunch of money off of them. Now, anyone who reaches that B mark, once you reach that $1 billion mark, sky's the limit to you. You're gonna hit that. It took you a long time to hit that 1 billion, but after you make that first billion, you start going up the ladder and stuff quick. Then you're gonna make.
Well, how come you didn't tell me this 25 years ago?
Because in 25 years ago, only thing people talking about being a millionaire. As long as you got, I got $1 million. There's a whole lot of folks still got $1 million, and that $1 million don't go nowhere. You got to get to that B now. The B is almost like $1 million when we were growing up.
Nowadays, if you ain't worth 10 or more $1 billion, man,
you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing.
You ain't nothing.
You ain't nothing. If you ain't hit that $1 billion mark, you up, man. You ain't nothing. Somebody said, well, man, he worth $800 million on it. You ain't got no money. That's a sad epitaph there. If you tell somebody you got $800 million, he ain't got no money. But that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is today.
But I just wanted to throw that out there. I just think that
now, since you threw that out there, Ted, or you threw that gauntlet out there, what did I tell you about that Indiana Pacers and OKC? I told you, man, it's a 7 game, buddy. It's 7 games.
You know, I'm gonna tell you,
it's 7 games.
And I text you back. Let me tell you something. Every baller that is out there know that them boys didn't even play. I say, what kind of? I start watching the game. I stopped watching it. I turned it off. I say, this is crap.
What did I tell you, man? Ted. It's the money, baby. It's the money, baby.
But do they have to be so obvious?
It's the money, baby. It's the money. It's the money. They
told him, say, if this don't be a 7th game, we're gonna lose $100 million.
Damn right. No, you're gonna lose more than that. You're talking about $1 billion, several $1 billion that they're getting ready to lose. Man, Las Vegas is hurting bad for people coming over there to gamble in their casinos. Them boys know with the 7th game that's coming up and everything, there's going to be another $4 or $5 billion and stuff, maybe more than that. That's going to be bet on this daggone game and stuff. The next game, the 7th game, game 7. And they had to have it here. There was too much money. They were losing too much money. Them gangsters over there said, call them players up and say, hey, it's game 7, y'all. We got game 7. Got game 7. You get too much money going away here.
Hey, I'm gonna find out how much money was bet on the game.
Man, shoot, it's unheard of, man. How much money getting ready to be made and stuff. They got them folks out there right now. People all over the world. They betting money on who's gonna win this last game. The money is out there, Ted. Big money. Big money. They betting on quarters. They betting on who's gonna score the most points. All that.
Who's gonna score the first point?
Who's gonna score the first? Who's gonna score the last?
Who's gonna have 10 or more rebounds?
Absolutely, man. They betting their butt off out there, and they're taking all comers. Las Vegas is hurting, buddy. I knew it was going to be. When I saw that tourism went down and that you can go over there and get a plane ticket free to fly there to Las Vegas to gamble, I said, shoot, these folks going to have a game 7 here. You think that's some way to this baseball get up here on high thing. Way to college football gets out there and everything. There's going to be a whole lot of money to bet on these sports and stuff and everything from now on. And here on out, there's going to be big money on these sports. Big money. Look for a lot of upsets. A lot of upsets in college football. Look for it. Did I mention to you that my boy over there in Cleveland and stuff got caught for speeding?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
102 miles an hour.
Well, you got one of them luxury cars, man. 100 miles an hour ain't nothing.
Ain't nothing, but that's reckless driving. You don't need no stuff going on like that. He didn't have to do that. He is setting a better example for himself. And now you got all these folks out here, including some of these sports folks and stuff, saying that Cleveland is getting ready to nix that boy. And if it wasn't for the owner and stuff, say he might not even be around right now. They don't know.
And you know who's gonna pick him up?
New York.
Thank you. That might be the deal.
Well, they're going to have to pay Cleveland a whole lot of money to get him because Cleveland still got the rights to him. They can hold on to him and dog him out real bad because they got the rights to him right now. He needs to watch himself and keep his nose clean and everything, and he's going to be all right. If he keep his nose clean, Ted, in about 3 years, he's going to be in that $100 million range. He's going to be getting that quarter billion dollars if he keep his nose clean. What?
This right here is a Sanders, bro.
He's a what?
He's a Sanders. He gonna always be in trouble. He gonna do something stupid. Any little stupid thing he does is gonna be blowed up 100 times.
And that's the reason. And that's the reason and stuff why he needs to keep his nose clean, because there's plenty of money out there on the horizon for him. He just don't know. He's throwing his money away. He's throwing that big money away.
He's gonna say, "Damn, I can't do nothing. I just want to live my life and have fun."
If he keep his nose clean, he gonna be. I watched Jalen Hurts. He got drafted in the third round. In the third round, and he was MVP of the Super Bowl, and he riding on a $250 million salary for 5 years. Third round draft pick. Kept his nose clean to the grindstone. He's sitting on the money now. You can't be out there doing that mess, man, especially being a black quarterback. You can't be out there doing that crap. You gotta keep your nose clean. You cannot be doing that. He losing endorsements, all that stuff, because people are looking at him. Anyway, have you heard anything about his daddy?
I was just reading an article about him that boy, the one that got drafted second, he went to go visit him.
Shallow did?
Yeah, and they went fishing. So he must be doing okay. He went fishing.
Is he back in Colorado yet or what?
No, he's in Texas. He's still in Texas.
Still in Texas? Something wrong then. If he's still in Texas.
But you can coach and do all that stuff doing from the internet, bro.
Well, I don't know about that.
He got reliable coaches there.
I don't know about that, leaving them like that and being gone that long. I don't know. It doesn't bode very well and stuff for him. But anyway, I hope that he can get back to Colorado and do what he's supposed to be doing. Last word, my brother, before your power go out.
It's storming up now already.
It's storming up now. Okay, you better come up with your last word there for that power might go out.
Well, all I gotta say is listen to these generals and these high security people, former Bush people, Obama people, Biden people and what they think about what's going on in Iran and Israel. And they saying, they saying some things, man. They calling out Trump like he's a nut. He's a clown. That's what they tell him. They calling him because they're saying that he's diplomatic. He's doing diplomacy through Texas and on his little whatever you call that thing that he got, and on X. And people do not appreciate it because it's way more complicated than that. One of the people that is in charge of speaking for Iran was had an interview with several news people, and they said they don't even talk to Trump. There's no deal.
Nope.
So
They don't trust him. Nobody trusts him, Ted. They don't trust him. When he did that stuff with India and Pakistan, he got on national television and told people that he was the one that stopped that war over there with India and Pakistan. He didn't have crap to do with that. And India got so mad about that stuff and everything that they wanted to talk to him at the G7. And he ran away. Did not even want to talk with him. People don't trust him. Anybody that's got anything. Ted, all our allies is gone. We don't have any allies. We don't have Canada. We don't have the UK. We don't have Australia. None of them. We don't have the European Union. They're gone. They don't want to hear from him anymore. Why do you think he left the G7? They ran his ass away. Anybody that's stupid to sit there at a G7 conference and open his mouth and say what the heck he said got to be the stupidest person in the world. Now, he couldn't talk about the G7. The only thing he was saying was the people in my country, California, they can't do this to me. What the hell they got to do with the G7? He was supposed to be there with those world people, and he talking about his election and stuff. I've been elected and everything, and O'Connor and him said, we got to get this nigga out of here. We got to get this nigga out of here. They ran his ass away. And pretty soon it's gonna be the G6. Ain't gonna be number 7. Then he gets on national TV again, and he tells everybody, me and my Secretary of State has negotiated a trade deal with the Congo. He lied his ass off. What did I just tell you last week? China just signed a trade agreement with 100 and some country in Africa. he got nerve to tell these people that he done signed a contract with the Congo. Man, nobody trusts him, man. All our allies is gone. Even Israel getting ready to abandon us. And they being bombed. Oh my goodness. Anyway, before the lightning hit, the power goes out. Me and Mr. Harvey, I wish everybody a happy weekend. And for all you viewers out there who want to see us and stuff live, we're going to have a live show come this Wednesday. Me and Mr. Harvey said we're going to go live on YouTube.
All the way live.
All the way live. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.